Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome in general if you're new here. Just a quick heads up before we start. English isn't my first language, I'm actually Spanish, but I'll do my best to break down this analysis in English so more people can enjoy it. So bear with me if I stumble here and there, but I promise the effort is worth it. Alright, let's dive into today's topic. Today we will be watching a 2v3 that Cadsuane and I played like a week ago or something like that. A 40-minute long game. Really interesting. As you can see from the summary, we won. So let's see how we did it. How we won a 2v3 against I don't know the rating. To be fair, let's check it out before the first town halls get built and all of that. 3,000. Well, it was not a bad rating, to be fair. Manowar is really good. I remember him playing it like really nice. And my liver hit me. Well, what a fun name, to be fair. He played it like really, really, really nice. He did an amazing defense. You will see. I don't want to spoil it at all, but they were like really good players. Um, our strategy is called Kobayashi Maru. I have a video in Spanish explaining it all in more detail, but I think that giving it an approach in English will help players from all around the world to learn what we're doing, Cadsuane and I. Let me know if you're enjoying this video so far, or if you have any tips for me to improve my content of 0D in general. Well, let's then stop talking about the channel and start talking a bit more about 0D. Cadsuane and I are playing golds and Seleucids, and Manowar is playing Seleucids too, gold for Nordic, and Macedonian for Melirush hate me. I will call him from now on Purple. It's a fun name, but too long for me. The map that we're playing, it's called Ambush. I think it's in English. We play with 200 pop and population and medium resources. We play Nomad with 5 minutes ceasefire to avoid early attacks that kill all the units and win the game. And the strategy that Cadsuane and I do, I'll put our point of view. Okay, like this. The strategy that Cadsuane and I do is a strategy based on cooperation on its maximum level. I take care of the economic part of the game, while Cadsuane takes care of the military-based part. You will see it's like really interesting how Cadsuane will try to go for so let's see it's this unit, the Cataphract, with this improvement, I think it's called in English. I don't know how it's actually called. So the idea being that when getting that development, Seleucids elite units get like 10% more health, I think it is. Let me check it out. 20%. Okay, yeah, it's 20% more health and 10% more training time. But it doesn't really matter the training time, as the health that they get is like Cadsuane usually starts on a faster position, and he usually starts on front of me. This map was like really hard to understand which part was the front part and which one was behind, as it were like two sides of a hill or something like that, of a valley. And I started in a really bad position. I started like really close to a forest because I thought that I would have more space to get my wheat fields, but I could not, as you can see here. So I had to build them farther away from my civic center and building a farmstead to get the women to leave the food. Cadsuane will be focusing on the forge. He will try to get everything from the forge, then getting the will to fight, the castle improvement too, and also the hero that he has. I think it's on the civic center. Yeah, it's this one. It's really good, this one, because it gives cavalry plus 2 crush and hack, priest, and resistance. It's like amazing, to be fair. Um, let's see on this video how the other players are going. We're more or less going everyone at the same pace, except Manowar. They had, because he had what's he doing here? Farmstead. Why is he doing a farmstead here? Let's check it out. Oh, I see. Because he has a fruit here. Well, not a bad idea. The problem of this farmstead is that it's not gonna give him a lot of space to get more wheat fields. I maybe would have done it here so that you can build the um, the fields here and here. I don't know. Sometimes I have lots of doubts with these positionings on the early game because it's really hard to choose between going fast and going properly, to say it in a way. Also, this farmstead has the same problem that even though you're getting fruits closer to the farmstead, well, there's no better place. Oh, this house is a problem. Yeah, this house is a problem because even if you end up cleaning all this area from fruits, you won't be able to build a field here. But maybe you could have done a field here. I don't know. I'm doubting. And what's he doing? Another farmstead here? What is he going for? Oh, more fruit. Okay, so he's investing on the early game on lots of food. How's Papa going? Well, he did the same that I did. That's a really clever idea. And getting an early development is also like really amazing, to be fair. Did I have it yet? Nope. So he's going times better than me. Well done, well done. He's going really fast. Also, he started earlier than us, than Cadsuane and I. But even taking that into account, he's going times faster than us. Well, not too much faster. Cadsuane now. Oh, I see the problem. He focused too much on going with the barracks, and he forgot to build a house. Well, these things happen when you try to go as fast as possible. Our strategy is based on cooperation on the maximum level. The idea being that two players focusing on each other's weaknesses is better than two players playing by their own. What I mean with that is that while Cadsuane is going with Seleucids because it's the best military civilization because of the cataphracts and this improvement, I'm going with goals because they have this hero that gives 50% workers gather speed, which is amazing, and also they get here this extra uh, improvement for the fields, which makes them get tons of more food on the early game. Well, on the mid game, to be fair, not on the early game because you didn't have that development on the early game. And even if you had it, it wouldn't matter too much, as you would not be able to get it. Here, Cadsuane and I attack both purple. Yeah, purple. As we saw that they had all the women together, but too far away from the civic center. And once they just bring 4 units, we just leave. Sometimes getting tempo back is really nice. We stopped him. As you can see, now he won't be able to do much. Let's see if I have time to break these two. But as he has so many resources, it won't matter too much. It's just about a tempo thing. We're trying to slow them down as possible as we're playing a 2v3. Let's see what else we're having here. Cadsuane is focusing on wood and investing all the wood that he gets on fields. He could have done this development here. How are we going? We're going more or less everyone at the same pace. It's like really interesting watching how other people deal with the early game, because by watching the replays, you learn a lot of things. For example, how many builders people usually invest on houses and barracks and all of that. As there are different types of houses, there are the small houses. These ones that I don't know if it's set here. It gives you only 5 bonus people, and this one gives you 10. I think it is. Yeah, 10. And although these ones being the same price per population bonus than these ones, I think that these ones are better because you can get them faster and they don't stop your population as easier as these ones. I don't know. I like them more. What's he doing here? Okay, barracks. Yeah, understandable. This I don't know if he had to do it because he did not. He wasn't able to do it here, but this is a kind of a bad idea because there's no reason to put it just here, like touching the civic center. Also, the same with that. Let's see if he had wood. Yeah, he had. So why didn't he just put how is it called in English? Farmstead here. Sometimes this type of mistakes is what slows you just big enough for your opponents to monopolize on that tempo that you're losing because of really small things. So it's really important that you focus as much as possible on polishing those like bad habits. Also, other mistakes that people usually tend to do is making too much women, as they are really cheap on wood and food. Obviously on wood, as they cost 0 wood and only 50 food. But as they gather more or less, even though they gather more or less as much as soldiers, they are not as useful on combat. And investing, I don't know, for example, these 30 women on the early game to get a faster pace, but then deciding to kill them all to get soldiers instead of women is like investing just on horses, as they cost twice as much as food. I don't know if I'm explaining myself good enough. In case it's not properly explained, just tell me in the comment section and I will try to explain you as best as I can. Also, try always focusing as much as you can on the vision that you have. By only seeing this horse, I was able to send just 3 people. I did not need too much, and I wanted to get away from my base just because of the vision. I didn't want him to get information of what I had. Let's see what vision do we have currently. Okay. It's really important on your games to always check for vision. I mean, you do always need to check where the things are, where the things are not, where your enemies, where opponents are starting. As this is what tells you where you should go and should not go. For example, we know that this position is completely free for us if we go fast enough. As even though purple is starting here, if we go faster than him, this position will not be fought easily. As yellow and green are too far away for them to fight this position. Also, this left side, as there are so little mineral resources, it's not as much interesting as this part. Just take a look at one behind of here. There's another one. Let's see where here. Two. I mean, there are lots of resources here. Also, we may not know it yet, but there are more. I think. Yeah, this one, two, three. This one, two, four. I mean, just notice how many of those mines are there. Just that. Just simple as that. Focus on getting vision around the map, not too much, because it won't be necessary in some games. And mainland type games where there are not too many paths, it's not as important, as you will just go front to the enemy and attack them with anything, with everything you have, and go all in, and not much sense. But on other games which have so many paths, so many resources scattered around the map, it's really important to know where everything is. Just that. Let's see. We got to the second age. Purple is getting lines of vision. That's amazing. I explained that idea on the other video, on the first one I had the first one I have posted on the YouTube channel. It's really nice to see other players doing it. The concept of the lines of vision is to get what is it called in English? Outpost. In a place where you want to control the vision, but you don't want to invest enough resources to control the area by a town hall or something like that. So you just put outposts there and use them just as an extension of your base. I will be doing this soon, I think, just on the left side of the map, also on the right side of the map. But as you will see, the game will develop to this side of the map, and this one will remain completely untouched. The idea of the strategy Cadsuane and I play is that he will try to share with me as many resources as I will need, and I will do the same for him. When the game ends, we will watch the replay and see how each one of us did. Oh, I love to see that too. Manowar and Purple are sharing resources. This is amazing, as they see that they have lots of wood, but they have so little food. I don't know why Manowar is not building more houses. Oh, maybe he just forgot. Oh, they're sharing a lot. That's amazing. Oh well, he just focused on getting to the next age. Maybe he thought that he was playing on 100 pop Manowar. These things happen. As you may think it does not. It does. It does more than what someone would think of. Oh, that's perfect for me, not noticing that I have to build a farmstead. I have this here ready to get built and to try to be built, but I did not send anyone for it. That's what I told you, that this has no sense. The building a field so far away from the farmstead. That's obviously because I did not notice, but also mistake from my side. I should have noticed. Now what's going on, as you may see, is that we're moving all of our troops to this place, as that's what we had seen that had the more resources from all of the map. And Cadsuane is going currently through to the third age. If we're playing on against lower level players, what we would have done is going with a real all-in, going with siege and attacking with everything that we had. But as we did not know how they were going, we thought that maybe they would resist our mid-game attack, and I think that they would have, as they had enough units to stop us. Well, not enough melee units. Ah, no, that does. My bad. Well, yeah, they would have completely stopped us. I usually tend to stop with 65 women. That's what I highly recommend using on 200 population, as most of the times, what I do is I invest 50 of them on fields and then 15 extra on everything, anything I need, wood or not usually it's stone and metal, but on wood because of the gathering speed. Women gather wood nearly as fast as soldiers, but metal and stone not as fast. It's been a really relaxed early game. That would usually tend to happen unless enemies decide to attack with horses and everything. I will post a video against Tom Zero ID where he went all in on the early game against us on it was a game with so little wood that they went only with horses, and it was like a really interesting game. It was so nice. But that's for another video. What's Cadsuane doing here? Okay, yeah, he's just getting ready for the military upgrades, and as you will see, I will go to Cadsuane's base because I will try. Let's see if I have done it yet. Yeah, I will try and get the Diaspora upgrade. The Diaspora upgrade allows me to use the drop sites from my allies, which means that I can be here fighting with Cadsuane even though I don't have... Where's it? Where's it? Where's the... Okay, yeah, here. None of us have any military upgrades, but Cadsuane will start soon with them. Once he finishes with the forges and we get enough metal, he will start doing all of the military upgrades here. As you can see, he's starting with them. So the idea will be that I will be fighting on his side of the map, on his colonies, and only because of the fact that it doesn't matter if I gather here the wood, stone, and metal, or if I do it here. It will be the same for me. It will have no difference. The only difference will be that here I won't be able to defend us if they attack us, but here I will. As you may see, I'm sending Cadsuane everything I have, and Cadsuane is sending me everything he has that we may Jordan need, and that's how the strategy works, more or less. I need wood. He sends me. I return back some of it. I then send gold and stone, as that's what I'm mining more, and it's just that. As you will see now, he will be. We'll take Cadsuane's point of view today. I had mine the other day. I will have his today. He will be building the cavalry units. This one, as it is the most important one, and he will just be developing and getting as many stables as he can. And here we see that they're building a military colony, and that will tell us that they're getting ready to fight us here. So what we will do is as easy as just getting as many defenses as we can. I will try and talk today, not as management resources as in depth as I did last day. And I will try to focus a bit more on the military part of of what happened. Okay. I'm trying to build the outpost that I told you before. As you may see, I'm building some. That's because I'm really worried that they may come from here and attack us. So I will build all of the lines of vision that I can. As you may see, Cadsuane is building me the storehouses, and I am taking the resources from them. Cadsuane has only developed the wood gathering resources, as he does not care about the others, because it will be me, the one mining for metal and stone. He has just built a fortress and some walls just for stopping them, because we will need as many cataphracts as possible. Let's see how the game develops from this point. This point on. Oh, he also does this one. I did not know. It's like really interesting watching him play, because his point of view is like unknown for me. I usually analyze the opponents or myself, but I don't usually tend to analyze him that much, as I'm just used to playing with him. The theater. If you have the theater available on the uh, civilization that you usually play, always do it. This is a must-have. If you don't know what this does, is it gives your structures a 20% territory influence radius extra. For 20%. That's amazing. That also means that, for example, if this military colony falls down, it gets broken down, and we don't have anything else that gives influence to the structures. They will keep on getting their own how is it called influence because of the theater. And this is so broken. That's why Seleucid is one of the best civilizations of the game with goals. Both of them are amazing. Goals because of the early game power and not needing any stone, no metal to be played. They're just a wood. Well, some metal, obviously, if you want to go for elite units, but it's like both of them, in my opinion, are some of the best. So here the battle starts. Yellow attacks first alone, and he's more or less fighting with purple. You will see, but the battle will not start yet. The real battle is starting soon. I think that Nordic also attacked. Let's wait and see if he attacks too. 155 units, that's a lot. That's a hell of a lot of units. So let's focus today on the battle. I will put Cadsuane's point of view. That's what we saw. We did not see anything else, but we were ready. Cadsuane had 147 units here, and I had more or less 100 units, because I had 50 some units scattered around the rest of the map. He was starting to getting ready for the battle, and here they come. Let's see what happens. Purple attacks really on a coordinated way, and yellow follows, and Cadsuane does this. He puts the units on a semicircle, so the enemy units have to choose what to attack. I follow with my units. I do not do that because I do not care, as I know that Cadsuane will get the first hit. Let's see what developments he currently has. He has more or less everything, and he's the one with the most developments. Upgrades. Oh yeah, upgrades. That was the name. He's the player with the most upgrades of the game, and we just won because of that. We lost a lot of units, obviously, but they lost even more. His hero has not fallen, but it did not matter too much for this battle, as it only gives the buff to the cavalry, and he does not have too much cavalry yet, because this is coming. You may see I'm starting to get the lines of vision ready. The unit here is stuck. I don't know where does it want to go. Yellow comebacks again with siege. Let's see if... I think that Cadsuane tried to attack the fields here and to give us and to buy us more time as he's creating lots of elite units, and he just wanted to give us some time by losing 14 units. Okay, they're basing units, we do not care, and now we know that he has an elite units, and the siege is coming, but purple is not here. He is here, and he's trying to come back to the battle, but it is too late, as Cadsuane lured him back, and now we can fight just 2 of them, not 3 of them. Now Cadsuane has lots and lots of cavalry, and he does the same that he did before. He attacks with everything on one side, using the protection from the other side, and as you may see, this is not losing any influence because of the theater. That's what makes you win the games. I'm currently not losing too many units, I'm not killing much of them either, but the lose value and the kills value is what matters the most. They are losing tons more resources than what we're losing, and that's what will make us win the game. Let's see how this battle ends. Not a really neat battle for us. We're losing lots and lots and lots of units, but I'm getting lots of resources because I don't stop gathering. You may see from here, I don't stop gathering from everywhere. That's my job. My job is to gather while Cadsuane fights, and I help him just when needed. Because I can't afford losing too many units. Because the more units I lose, the more units I have to replace, and the more resources I have to give, I cannot give to Cadsuane. So that's the idea. There's one player that's not losing units, and the other player is getting as many units as possible, and the best ones. I swap to how are they called, slingers, to slingers on this point at this point, because I did not want them to get as close as javelineers. So I thought that maybe with slingers I would be safer. It's just that I thought that it would be safer for me to have slingers and not javelineers. This battle was like really close. We did not think that we were going to lose many much, as we lost the hero, the Cadsuane's hero, but I had time enough to make my hero. What I usually do is I bring my hero back to the civic center, as it has a global effect, so I don't care. I don't care if it gets attacked, because if I lose my town hall, I will surely lose the game. As I just told you, I'm doing just the I don't know how is it called, the distance upgrades, the military, not the melee attacks, but the ones from far away for the slingers and the Jolniers. Please tell me in the comment section everything I'm saying wrong, as I want to improve also my English on the zero ID based part to make better videos in the future. Here Purples does not notice that he just gave his hero, and what's free, it's free. We take everything that we get. As you may notice, I'm with a non-stop sending him resources and resources and resources, and he's just doing elite units. I mean, that's the idea of the strategy. Non-stopping. That's the point. Non-stopping. There will be another fight now, and even though the town hall falls down again, we did not lose the influence of any of the buildings, because once again, the theater is carrying us. Always do the theater. What units are they bringing to the battle? Well, more or less everything they can afford. That is not a great idea, I think. From my point of view, that's I think that it's better to invest all the gold from the mercenaries into elite units and not sending the units one by one, but sending them by groups. That's only possible if you have lots of, like here, yeah, 10, 11. What? I don't know that will be enough. Cadsuane is not having enough, having 16 of them. So, I don't know. I don't know. If I were them, I would have done more, as they had the resources. They were able to build more stable than barracks. But all in all, they're doing quite well. To be a 2v3, I mean, they have won this position. I wanted to take Cadsuane's point of view, not mine, once again. And it's the same. All once and again. They fought, they lost, but that's not a win that we can monopolize on. I mean, we won, yeah, once again, but one battle does not win you the war. You just have to keep your be cold-headed and be patient. As on this position, we did not know what the enemy had, so we just went like, okay, we know that we were winning because we have this statistic. This is from the mod Bon GUI. If you're wondering, I highly recommend installing it. It's amazing. It's I think the best mod that there is out there, and it just helps you with the quality of life improvements of the game. It just makes it easier for you. So I highly recommend it. As you may notice, I did stop producing units. It was only because he had towers, lots and lots of towers here, and he was getting lots and lots of kills because of those towers. So what I said was, okay, let's stop giving him free kills. I made here a civic center. I built for this metal mine. And here Purple said, okay, let's try one thing. Let's try to go through the defenses from Cadsuane and me and get in. But, oof, luckily, Cadsuane was there, ready to defend us. Once again, the battle begins. It's all once and again, all the same. One tip I highly recommend you avoiding of doing is you should not fight where your enemy is. You should not fight where the enemy units are. You should not fight where the castle is, or where, I don't know, where the walls are. Why do you want to cross from here? There's no sense in that. Go through here and attack us from behind. Try to get us to a base. Don't fight us where we have all of our units. Try to go from behind and attack us from this path. That's an idea that, in case it sounds familiar, is from Sun Tzu, from The Art of War. It's one of the main ideas of the book. You should not fight your enemy where he is. You should always fight them where they are not. Like, for example, I don't know if we're doing it yet. Let's be patient. I think that we're not doing it yet. As I told you, we won the battle once again, but every battle won is not a war won. That's the idea that I want you to keep always in mind. Winning a battle is not winning the war. Sometimes won battles lose you the war. And that may sound incoherent, because the idea being like, why winning a battle would lose me the war. Because maybe you lost too many units, and maybe you don't have the economy to remake them again, and your opponent has. You just have to keep that in mind sometimes, that if you don't have gold around you, you won't be able to remake the elite units, and maybe your opponent will. And that's why they're fighting. Cadsuane is just getting kills and kills, and now he does this. He does a Sanzu. We're fighting here. We're fighting here. Everyone is here, focusing on attacking this position. I'm building barracks to get more units, to avoid going through this path, as these turrets are getting more and more kills as the game goes on. And Cadsuane just goes through here. He just did this. He took this path, and he will end up inside of Yellow's base. These 23 units won't make too much damage. It won't win us the game, but just with 23 units, we will be able to remake our army and make them fall back. Here, Cadsuane decides not to attack these units. Why? Because he wanted Yellow not to notice him. And we knew that he did not notice Cadsuane because he was too focused here. That's the point. You can't be everywhere. You have sometimes to choose where to be. What do you want to be focusing on? On the 23 cavalry that are attacking your base, or here, on this battle? And as you may see, with every battle, Cadsuane is losing more and more units compared to the enemy. But now, this happens. Yellow stops focusing on the battle and gets lured inside of Cadsuane's position. And through all this time, I did not move my units. Why? Because Cadsuane told me to not do so. He wanted me to be here, defending our gold mines, our gold position. And suddenly he said, okay, Max, this is time. Come now as fast as you can. I'm going to lose everything. I need you now. Why? Because green had to come in and defend yellow. And now we knew that yellow had no units and green did not have them either. As you may see, green has 84 women. 53, 57, and all of that is now attacking. And that's the point, is giving us time. The point of that attack was not of winning or losing the battle. It was about giving us enough time for Cadsuane to remake all of his army. Sometimes that's just what you have to do. Get enough time. Building more barracks, building everything you can. And here our opponents made a huge mistake, because in my opinion, if they had attacked us here, they would have won, but so easily, because they would have outnumbered us, and even though we would have been able to remake our economy, they could have also done that and do it better. So what we saw was this. They attack us here. And the idea that I told you before, like Sun Tzu, attack your enemy where he's not, yeah, that applies here, but okay. We did not want to fight here. We did not want to fight here either, but for different reasons. Here, because we did not care. We wanted to remake all of our army, and now we fight. With all of our army built back, with all of my units ready for the battle, with enough resources for Cadsuane to remake his army, and now we are not we're not gonna lose this battle. And we know it. How do we know it? Because we're both of them there, and he has enough elite units to take everything. The enemies are falling back, and they are just falling back because they cannot take up with the pace of the battle. We did not have vision here. It would have been amazing to have some vision there. And now you can see that Cadsuane is killing more units than what he's losing. And as I told you, I do not do much on these battles, but what I do is just help. 200 units more is like here having 1,300. That's times more. That's like a 3 point something kill death ratio. And that's the idea. That's the idea. Helping. Just help your allies. If I focus on gathering, that does not mean that I just have to go gathering. That means that even though I gather, I do also need to fight. Specialization is key on the game. It may not sound like too much, but if you get used to just one part of the game, specializing on something, then you will be able to win many more games. To be fair, this strategy is like really hard to play if you're not like too synced with the player you're playing with, as he may not give you the resources that you need, and you will not be able to do either, as you won't know what they need. So, as I told you in the beginning, I think that it's not as important focusing on something or doing the strategy one way or the other, or playing this strategy or any other one. I think that coordination on team games is the most important key. Is the key to winning all of your games. It's the most important strategy that you need to learn, and it's not micromanaging. It's just looking at your allies and watching what do they need. Do they need wood? Do they need food? Do they need stone? Do they need metal? What do they need? And giving them what you can afford to give them. Also, one mistake that we did here, and this was a mistake, why are we focusing on taking down a castle? What we should have done is going like that. Going straight through the enemy base and taking the economy. Why are we fighting here? It was the same thing that I told you that you should never do, and we're doing it. It is us who is deciding to focus on attacking where enemy is, and we should do the other way around, focusing on where enemy is not. We now realize it. We now, after this fight, realize that they don't have anything now. How do we know it? Because they are sending their units one by one, which means that they don't have a big enough army to fight us. Well, and that's the moment where I send all of my units, all of these units, I send them all here. Let's see how much time it takes me to realize that. Oh yeah, first I try and attack this civic center, this town hall. Because I was like, okay, what are we doing here? It was like a point of chaos in the game, because even though it may sound like really organized and simple on the analyzed post game, it was not as simple. And then I realized, what am I doing? I'm killing my own units for no reason. Let's just go and fight. And I said, where am I safe? Because that's the point. I don't want to lose units. Where I should send them to avoid them dying all at once. The place is. Let's see what I'm gonna do now. The place is here. Why? Because we knew on the early game that purple had all of the fields here unprotected. So if we collapse purple's food economy, then we will just win the game. What we did not expect was going to have 11,000 food, but well, these things sometimes happen. What I highly recommend you doing is trying to balance the amount of food and wood you have, and also the amount of gold that you need compared to the food and wood. And just by fighting here, we're not losing any units because there are no castles here. Purple resigns, and this is like a domino. Once one player resigns on a team game, there's nothing you can do from this point on. Green resigns, and Manowar goes the last one. Let's just check the summary because I want to show you some things. The total score of Cadsuane and I is the same. Purple played so really freaking good. He did so good. But the problem was that if he either chose one thing to focus on, either economy or military, he would have beaten us on some of them, but he did not beat us on neither of them. Nor he beat us on economy nor military. And that was the problem, because if the two other teammates had helped him with the military base, then it would have been perfect. He would have just had enough resources to remake the units that he was losing. Let's take here what they did. I know the destructors. I want to go to units. Check that. Check that. Oh, it's called champion units. Oh, my bad. In Spanish, it's called elite, and I thought it was elite. I know now. I now know that this champion I will make just Oh, you will see a comment on the beginning of the video telling that. And he was able to make 209 champion units, while all the other team together was only able to do 87. And oh, I have 3 traders because for the diaspora development, the diaspora upgrade. That's why I have only 3, because I make the diaspora upgrade, and then I kill the traders. The resources, they spent more resources than we did. Oh, and look at this. Look at this statistic. This is amazing. This is the base of our strategy. I gathered enough metal and stone for Cadsuane to not need anything. He did not need to gather one single stone nor metal on all of the game. And that's what you need to do in your games if you want to recreate this strategy. 86,000 resources given to Cadsuane. He looted 20,000. Oh, that's a lot. That's amazing. I love this type of this thing on the game. It's like really fun to think about the idea of loot on the game. I don't know. It usually doesn't matter too much because it's most about wood and food that are things that you usually have. But it's like really interesting to check this too. And he spent more gold in total than the other 3 players. And that's what you need to do. It doesn't matter how many you have gathered, it matters how many you have spent. And that's the point. Spending times more gold than the one you've gathered. As it is this case. That's because we traded. We traded lots and lots of gold because we needed lots and lots of gold. On stone, it's more or less the same. As I told you, you don't need to focus on how much you gathered, but on how much you used. And that's it. Because look at this, for example. It doesn't matter that on the end of the game, they had 20,000 food stored. As we can see here, they had 25,000 resources. It doesn't matter how many you have. Here, we only had 1,000 resources at the end of the game. And that's the point. We used as many resources as we could, because it doesn't matter if you end the game with 10,000 wood. That 10,000 wood won't make you get more points. What wins you the game, as you see, food. Doesn't matter you have 12,000 food stored group by teams. 22,000 food and wood, 11,000 and stone, 4,000 and metal. We had a peak of 6,000. That's a lot of stone, of metal. And that's the point. And let's see tributes. Yeah, that's amazing. I gave him, well, we gave each other nearly 100,000 resources. That's a nonsense. That's like as many resources as one player just gathers on a single game. So that's the point. That's the strategy. Sharing and focusing and giving one player a job and the other player the other. One focuses on resources and the other focuses on strategy, war, and organizing the battlefield for the defenses. And I think that we will leave the analysis here. In case you have any questions, please leave them on the comment section. I wish you enjoyed this video, despite my English being so bad. And if you had enjoyed it, please tell me so I know that you want more games in English. And I will try my best for the next game to be better than this one. Thank you very much, and I hope I will see you soon again.